Good morning, Sunday. It is such a very lovely Sunday indeed. And here I am at my regular place, which is my farm, my sanctuary. So this is where I spend most of my time. Well, it's not working at all. And this is the place where I find peace, all my stress, all those inhibitions go away whilst I'm here because I get to plant, I get to work with me farm. So this morning I actually did a bit of farming. So I pulled out some of the weeds, unwanted weeds around the uh, concrete post, as those are somehow uh, bogging down the growth of me dragon fruits and would take away the nutrients that it should supposed to have. So right, I pulled out those unwanted weeds, and this morning we'll talk about a very pressing issue, which is all about farming, which is all about having a green thumb, whether it's a myth or a fact. So, what do you reckon? But before we talk about it, before we will brainstorm about the topic, let me just show you the time. So it's 16 past the hour of 10, and it's October 9, 2022. So I just actually mention or show you the time as I can have a record of, or documentary of what I am doing today. So I could just go back to my history and see what I was upping about today. So, right, going into the topic about having a green thumb, whether it's a fact or myth. So, what do you reckon? Do you believe about having a green thumb, or whether you don't believe about it? Well, as for me, I don't get the idea, or I don't buy the idea of having a green thumb will make you have a lush uh, plantation, as most of my crops here are dragon fruits. I got three varieties of dragon fruits. I got the red dragon fruit, or I have the two types of yellow dragon fruits. This one, the Australian golden isis. I got another yellow as well, which is the Ecuadorian Pelora, which is really difficult to take care of. So, right, moving into the green thumb topic. So, before I actually answer that one, I would tell you my kind of time was uh, before I actually started this farming thing. So, uh, before I have or acquired or yes have this property, never have thought about the topic about green thumb and all, because what I most spent my time on was just to teach Chinese students whilst in China. So it never occurred to me whether having a green thumb is uh, true or a myth. But for me, what I do believe in is that when you have courage, when you're hardworking, actually, and when you're persistent, so everything will thrive. No matter whether you would buy on the idea that having a green thumb would make you flourish a land, I wouldn't believe it at all. It needs all those facets which I mentioned about, hard working, consistency, and all are the key to having the desired farm that you would like to have. And as you can see, my farm is flourished or somehow lushed with a lot of different crops. Even some of the crops, or even some of the trees that you may find in my farm, are not to be found outside. Uh, I just keep on buying seedlings, even they're expensive. I just kind of like keep on collecting specimens which are quite rare to find because I don't know, I kind of have like this obsession of just farming. I think it's a good obsession, like you spend on much of your time like planting, and eventually, uh, in the end, at the end of the day, when time glides by, you would have this, and you would be proud of yourself that what you did in the past few years actually turned into a very fruitful tree. So that's my idea about the topic. I don't cling on too much whether the green thumb issue is, whether having a green thumb will make you have this uh, beautiful plantation. It's depending on your persistence, depending on your hard work. Those are the key to having this farm. It doesn't just cover on farming, but in all sets of life as well. Like if you would like to be successful in life, you need to be hardworking. You need to be persistent. For one day, you will rip off your, you will reap, not rip off, reap your labor. That's what you can see now. So I hope you have learnt something from what I am giving you, and I hope that you would internalize all the things that I said to you, and that made this as your motivation to push through life, and eventually you will become whatever you would like you decide to be. I hope you all have a very good morning. Goodbye, people.